Today's tale, I'd like to talk about buying, selling, and trading in Battle Brothers. So here I've got a little town up north on my map, and it has a surface iron vein and a copper vein, which is great for us. So we're gonna hop into this little town here. Come on, in we go. We're gonna go to the marketplace. So the thing with trading is if you go to a city that actually produces the goods, then you'll get it for a lot cheaper. So you can see that we're down to 229. So basically it's costing us 9 extra gold to buy a copper ingot, which is really good. I'll show you how good in a sec. So we're gonna buy all this. We can't get anything else. The iron mine would obviously mean that things like tools and supplies, they're a bit cheaper. So you could pick up those to sell, but we're not gonna sell those because those are a bit more pricier. The other thing to keep an eye on is when you're selling equipment. So here in this crappy little town, we'd be selling our gear for approximately 41 or 260. So this is pretty high tier equipment, which is actually worth 2,200. It's worth way more than that if we actually bought it from a weaponsmith. So we're going to pack up here, and the company's going to set off, and we are going to look for something slightly bigger. So down here we have old Gronfesti, right? And Gronfesti has a blast furnace, some workshops, an ore smelter. It means that equipment here is going to be pretty high grade, pretty good, right? We also have a goats field, which means things like cheese. Cheese is going to be cheap here. So these are the kind of places that you're looking for when you want to buy food or weapons. And when our party gets here, they got it slow going. They're slow going. They'll get there in the end. So we can see goat pens, wheat fields. So wheat's going to be cheap here. So we can also see that it's got a keep, right? A stone keep. If we go over here, we got lots of little shacks, lots of little towns. Gronfesti, the most massive stone citadel, is built into the steep mountains here. So when we finally do reach it to there, we should get pretty decent prices on our stuff. Hotchdorf, it's only a small little place. Probably wouldn't get the greatest pricing there. And things like Seedorf, while we will get some decent fish prices, actual pricing will be pretty garbage. It looks like we are going to hit Gronfesti in the middle of the night, so we are going to encamp, and we are going to see what prices we get for dawn. So in we go. Come on, lads. You want to get in there. Alright, so let's go off to the marketplace and have a look at how good we did. I swear I bought 3 of these things. There we go. We bought 3. So as we can see, it tells us what we bought it for. 229, so we got it for pretty cheap. And we're going to be able to sell it for a lot more here. So 294. So we've made a bit of a decent sell on there. Remember, I told you to keep an eye on the prices for the shields. So they were selling for 41. And as you can see, we're selling for 52. So the idea here is when you're buying and selling your goods, always make sure that you sell any armor and equipment that you get at the bigger cities, because you're going to get a lot better prices for these things. A lot better prices. I mean, even the tools that we were getting, they might have been cheaper because obviously that place had a iron section, so they were making some decent tools there for us. But if we were to buy, the other thing that's good is I said goat's cheese. So you want to buy goat's cheese from here. But definitely, always keep all your weapons and items. If you're working out of a small little settlement, keep them for the bigger settlements. The money that you make is so much better. I said, what was I selling this for? I think it was 300 and something. So 572, I mean, you're missing out on 200 gold there. And 200 gold might not seem a lot when you've got 5,000. But in the early game, 200 gold's a lot. 200 gold will get you I'll get you a new brother. I mean, we could get old S-Pen here. Or Vladimir, the old juggler. Jesus. We could get the old juggler. Probably not a deserter, but, you know, it all adds up. And those are the kind of things you're looking for. So if we wouldn't want to buy anything from here to trade anywhere else. The reason is unless we had fairly decent skills with this place, we're not going to get good prices, right? I mean, this is, let's have a look at what my relationship here is. So I've got an open relationship with them, which was what I had up here as well. So I had an open relationship. I'm neutral with old Rheinberg here. So those were the best prices I was going to get, right? It was the best of the best. So when you're trading, and if you have spare money and you want to trade in Battle Brothers, you want to pick up from these copper veins, or there's some other stuff in here. There's an amber field down here somewhere. I swear, here we go. So if I wanted to trade in amber, I'd obviously buy amber from old Konigwasa, and because they're allied, I'd actually be doing pretty good out of Konigwasa. So you want to buy from places that have the actual extraction points or resources, and sell in other places that don't really have it. So the other things that you want to keep an eye on is things like the workshops, fishing huts, you know, just basically what is around the city, because that'll tell you a good deal of what you're going to get from one. I think over here, what do we have? We've got a workshop. So blast furnaces or smelters just means you're going to get a better selection of weapons and armor. Things like workshops, you're going to get better prices on your tools generally. Wheat fields, you get grain, all that kind of stuff. Goat pens, you're going to get goat cheese. Medicine, you'll get better. Where is one? Here we go. Herbalist. Just means we're going to get better medicine prices. So if you're looking for medical supplies, you generally want to buy from somewhere that has a herbalist. I think over here somewhere. Where are you? I know you're here. So leather tanner. We're going to get an increase in what kind of leather armor. So let's go to Holzberg while we talk about things. Some of these other places, I know you have. So Pig's Farm just means that we're going to get better pork. It's going to be cheaper. Gatherer's Hut. I forgot where you get from it. Yeah, that's right. Roots and berries you get from the old Gatherer's Hut there. What else we got? Got some iron. I think that's it, really. Where are we? We're slowly making our way to Holzberg. Slowly but surely. The other thing is where's the... Things like watchtowers. They will add to the quality of people that you're going to be able to hire. So sometimes you'll find a bit of militia in places. Oop, got a winery and a dye maker. So if I wanted to buy dyes or wine, then old Sigua, I can't pronounce that for the life of me, be a great place to hang on out and grab me some stuff to sell. So the reason I bring up selling in an actual tutorial is because if you're somewhere and it has something to buy and you know you've finished all your tasks there, then generally you can just buy something, right? And take it with you because you know you're going to a bigger city. And that just adds to your total income that you're making. So Holzenberg, let's have a look at Holzenberg. So here we've got the old leather and we've got the wheat fields, right? And we've got the stone watchtower. So if we go to Holzenberg again, we should hopefully get some... Not going to give me anyone decent? You're not going to give me anyone decent to hire, but if we go over to the armorer, should be some decent leather here. It's not actually that much leather. Sometimes it's pretty random. Sometimes, you know, you can either get leather decent leather or not. Sometimes in the marketplace you can find half beaten up leather that you can repair. So that's the other thing that I want to talk about is when you're buying for your actual company. So say I was just starting out, right, and my guys were pretty poor indeed. The thing that you want to look for in the marketplace is, instead of going to the armorer, so if we hop over to the armorer, right, we're paying 234 for this padded leather, or 351 for the lemlia, if I can pronounce that right. If we go look in the market, we could get some beaten up padded leather for a lot cheaper. In fact, we could get full padded leather for a lot cheaper, right? So if you're ever buying gear for your actual company, always check out the marketplace first. I mean, I could get some basic male shit for 391, right? I might have to repair it a little. So what? I would be paying for that same basic male shit 527 if I actually bought it from the armorer himself. So the main things to take away from this is, if you can, buy trade goods where you get them, if you've got the money, and transport them around with you. If you're buying equipment or armor or weapons, check the marketplace first. They generally have cheaper deals. You might be lucky, you might actually find some decent armor there for dirt cheap. And if you have to sell gear, or any gear that you get, say orc weapons, goblin weapons, or just random weapons that you've picked up, armor that you no longer need, always sell it in the bigger cities. Get that profit, get that money, keep your mercenary company going. Tune in next time for more tips and tricks. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.